So you have a change of heart, wanna make a brand new start. You've been living on the edge with forever as a pledge. No more giving it up, turning me loose, setting us free. Baby, keeping it real, cause we got what takes for sure. There's no turning back anymore. Can you see it's all a game? Life goes on all the same. If at first you don't succeed, all you've got is all you need. If you believe this.
I was really into that.
Right? I was like, hey, what's up, sis?
Happy
Welcome,
100th
welcome.
episode.
Happy 100th
Super stoked and
episode.
excited.
I know. Rock and I were really jumping onto our new jam. That is for all of you guys. Guess what? That is our brand new, beautiful intro with our brand new song called All You've Got Is All You Need. Doing a special memorial shout out to my coach, my mentor, Tony Woodruff, and wrote those lyrics. And now we get to live his legacy because it's true. All we got is all we need. Love the pictures, sis. It was so beautiful to see how we collaborated in that. And super stoked. Here we are doing our 100th episode, celebrating consistency, connections, community, and continuing with our March theme, Her Health, Her Way, during Women's History Month. Oh my goodness. 100 consistent episodes.
Super excited. And for those of you that are new to Rise and Thrive Together, we want to say welcome. And we want to tell you that Rise and Thrive Together is a vibrant community committed to educating, empowering, and equipping you to have the life that you want. And we do that through real talk, real action, and real results. So if Rise and Thrive Together, we want to welcome you, welcome. And you are here on a special episode. If you didn't hear us already, it's our 100th episode. And May, 2 years. So it's crazy. We really and truly, we're so blessed and so honored to have our viewers. We want to give a special shout out to all of our guests that we've had on during these 100 episodes. Some are repeat offenders, and you'll meet a repeat offender tonight. Meet or reintroduce wherever you fall on the spectrum. But we're super stoked. But before we bring our out, I see some other folks in the green room, like hanging out to do something.
All right.
I
All right.
know.
Let's do it. Who do we got? Bring them on in.
We're gonna bring out. We're gonna bring out. We got a few. We're gonna bring out. Susan. Hi, Susan.
We can't see you, but
Susan's
you're there.
Hard. And we can't hear you. She said,
right.
Congratulations.
Where are you supposed to see me?
Thank you, Susan.
Well, we can, yeah.
We're not supposed we can't see to see you?
Oh.
It actually looks like some form of an amoeba, but we're only seeing a piece of it. Don't mind me. I have too much free time on my hands, y'all. Either that or like somewhere in space.
And that's okay, Susan. Although we see a black square, is there anything you'd like to say? You're here with Raquel and Regina on our 100th episode. Looks like she is typing in.
She said, hello, beautiful ladies. Congratulations. Thank you, Susan. We appreciate you for listening and supporting us through all 100 episodes. We absolutely thank you so much.
All right. Well, we're going to take Susan away. We got in the green room, Colleen. Ready, Colleen?
Okay.
Here she comes. What up, Colleen?
Hey.
Hey,
Hey,
Colleen.
Ladies, looking great. Yay, thanks for coming on. Colleen is one of our big winners through last year's
Thank you,
challenge.
beautiful.
Thank you. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for constantly being consistent.
It.
Thank you for including me in your world and opening up a new one for me.
Oh, Kyle, you're gonna make me cry. Kyle's gonna make me cry.
Oh,
I love it. I love it. She's
we
on
appreciate you.
LinkedIn.
Thank
She's
you so
like
much.
jumps in everything. Oh, Sharon's saying hello, Colleen. Awesome.
Hello, Sharon.
Awesome. Well, we thank you for being
Thanks,
here.
Colleen. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys. Love you.
Love you too. Who do we got? What happened, Joey?
Bye.
Joey, why don't you share with the world about what happened?
What's up, ladies?
What up?
What's up,
Joey?
Not much. Trying to look good for the 100th episode, you know. I got to put a nice shirt on.
Awesome.
Mission
Love
accomplished.
it,
I see
Joey.
you get the button down, sir. Go ahead. Was it button up?
Hey, I'm church ready, girl.
Clearly,
I'm church ready.
You're church ready. All right. Well, Joey, we're going to give you a big shout out. Ready? Because, guys, remember we had a brand new intro, brand new look. This is by this extraordinary man. Ready? Boom. There it is. We are with the extraordinary Joey Lewis. He is the one who customizes AI generated songs. He did the professional video editing and slideshow and is offering a free one-to-one consultation where you can just scan that code. And on top of it is one of the collaborators for one of our extraordinary accomplishments as well. Boom, the Rise and Thrive Together Journal. So we've got Joey in the house. I'm so excited. Awesome, Joey. Thank you for all you do. Look at it. He's got the journal right there. Don't you leave putting it down. Put it up there. Get it up there.
Get your journal today.
All right.
Thank you for making our video.
Where can we get it, Joey?
You can get it on Amazon.com or you can get it on riseandthrivetogether.com. I believe there's a link also on riseandthrivetogether.com.
Yes, there is. And guess what? I made a ticker for that as well. Look at boys and girls. Rise and Thrive Together Journal. 52 reflective questions and inspiring quotes at www.amazon.com. Super easy. Rise, Thrive Together Journal Reflections. Super stoked. Joey, you did a phenomenal job of taking the best of Raquel and I, having us our individual selves, bringing it together. And then thank you for honoring my dear coach and mentor, Tony. Love it. So stay tuned, people, because that was just the intro. Joey also did the outro. So listen, reach out to him. He's a genius. We love you.
I love you, ladies.
Bye.
And you guys keep doing your thing. You guys are doing amazing.
All right. We got in the green room waiting for us. Taking out Joey. And we got, who do we got? We got, oops, we missed out. Joey, bye. Genevieve Manzoni. Genevieve. Boom.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Genevieve.
Yes, you can. Can you see the flowers?
I see. Congratulations, lovely ladies. I'm so proud of the both of you.
Thank you so much for the flowers.
You deserve them.
Thank you. We appreciate you listening and being a committed listener. So thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Love you.
Love you.
Take care, Genevieve.
All right, we're going down the road. Who's next? Oh, we got a former guest. We got Tia. Where is she, Tia? Tia. Oh, Tia went away. Hold on.
Hold up.
Hi, Tia.
Hi, hold up. Let me try to switch the camera around. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, Rock, you get to talk about Tia.
Nice surprise.
I wanted to say congratulations, 100 episodes. That is absolutely amazing, and I'm so proud of you two. You guys deserve it.
Thank you so much. And for those of you Tia is a former AXO student, and she is soon to be she is a contestant in the Miss New Jersey Teen USA pageant. Right,
Yes.
Tia?
Yes, ma'am. I'm actually heading up North Jersey in 4 days now.
Wow.
All right, guys. We got to
So
vote.
awesome.
Miss Teen, New Jersey. Yay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
And let's give you a shout out too. 1.5 years ago, she was on stage at the Global Vision Conference. Why? Because she was a mentor with Raquel. Raquel brought her on. One visibility conversation here on this show. And like that, she jumped on saying, I want to make my dreams come true by being a motivational speaker and making a difference. So real talk. She took the real action. Her whole family got involved. Flew to Florida. We all roomed together. She got on that stage, rocked the house. Tia, I think your video is coming out very soon. I don't know if Johnny's, connected with you, but he's making professional videos. That'll be out, and it'll be perfect timing with you going into Miss Teen. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So, so happy to see you. So proud of you. So glad that you're here. We look forward to growing with you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Awesome. There we go. Wait, Michael
Thanks,
Henry going,
Tia.
yes. I knew that young lady.
See you soon. See you at the pageant.
I'll see you soon.
Awesome. Awesome. Two to wait. We got Johnny Vision. We were just talking about you, Johnny.
I know. Tomorrow. I'm gonna release it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. Come on. We've been waiting for the right time to bring this girl to the world. Your video has the most videos. There she is, our girl. Wait till you see yourself on stage. Wait till you see the camera work. Wait till you see how you acknowledge everybody in the room. You acknowledged everybody in that room. When you see it, you get your popcorn, get your drinks ready, because we will premiere it tomorrow, April 1st, the beginning of a new season, right? After 100. So we've been waiting for the moment, right, Regina?
We have been. I got to tell you, let me just tell you something right now. I swear this was not planned. This was not anything. I was just like, hey, people, you've been on the show before. Come on in. I had no idea if Johnny could make it. I don't know if Tia could make it. So this is beautiful. Johnny's got your video premiering in April. He's got his Rise and Thrive Together journal, because Johnny has been journaling, right, Johnny?
Tia, let's first let these ladies know God had this all planned out.
Amen to that.
God had this moment planned out.
Absolutely.
I literally got the video and I ran home. I'm a a little sweaty, and I'm here and I got to hear you. And so tomorrow, pick a time. What time is good tomorrow? I'll put it live.
Noon works for me.
Noon. So tomorrow we hold the intent. Tomorrow at noon, you are going global. All right. So yes, I have my book here. So I am blessed on every single level. This is the magic of 100. This is the magic of you guys. This is the magic of us all rising together, right? All of us.
Yes.
Love it. So I'm honored to be here and honored to be a part of this movement.
All right.
Yeah,
you guys
thank you so much. I really do appreciate that.
This is crazy. We're having like all of this craziness. All right. Tomorrow, people, noon. Just find us. We will have it happen. Thank you, Tia. Johnny, thank you for always being our visionary, holding all of our stuff. Whoop, whoop. So excited.
Absolutely.
All right. Wait, we're going to get Susan back on.
Johnny.
Bye, Johnny.
Set my intent this year at the beginning of the year.
All right, Susan Schaefer. There you are.
Susan's here.
She's back.
Hello. I had my camera covered. That's why I look like an amoeba. I'm busy holding ice to my face because I had to have a tooth removed. So that's why I'm all dressed up for you.
Oh, you honestly look like you're in college.
Yeah, I wish I was. Knowing what I know now, boy, it would be a breeze. So congratulations, beautiful women. You guys,
Thank
you
you.
know, I'm so impressed with what you've done, how you've stuck with it, how you have brought so many different voices to your show, and I'm just amazed and awed by what you have created and keep creating. So congratulations.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Susan. We appreciate you. And Sharon said hi to you, Susan.
Hi, Sharon. She's
So
sweet.
we'll leave it this way before we get to the main character of the day, Susan Schaefer, and
Because he's a
everybody else who's
character.
been on. She's a character. If you'd like to be a guest, Susan, go to www.riseandthrivetogether.com. Fill out the contact form because you've got some amazing things that you're making a big difference that's so needed now. So we wait, Susan.
All right. All right.
All right. We love you, Susan.
Feel better.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Are we ready?
So,
Are we ready? Whoop, whoop.
I think we are. Some of you know and some of you don't, but I will read our special guest's bio or guest bio. I love putting things into plural. Hal Eisenberg is the founder and CEO of two organizations, the Eisenberg Leadership Academy and Windows of Opportunity, Inc. With a strong knowledge in creating innovative programs for over 25 years, Hal has been credited with implementing and coordinating events and raising over $500,000 for various charities. Hal's vision is that the world becomes one healthy community through higher consciousness education. He holds a master's degree in social work from Adelphi University, whoop, whoop, my alma mater, and a master's degree in school leadership from Touro College. He is a licensed master's social worker in New York State, as well as a licensed school building leader. Hal is the author of a book series, The Becoming, The Reckoning, The Earth, The Awakening, and his new book that he'll tell us about coming soon is Whispers in. Hal, get on here and drop some nuggets like you usually do. Hey!
Hal Eisenberg!
Wow. Hello, ladies. Oh my God. First of all, I'm honored to be your guest tonight for your 100th episode. That is phenomenal. Wow. Just a shout out to everybody that came on before. Talk about friendship and community, because I know that's one of your themes like this month. Like you just embody it and the community embodies it. It shows what a difference you're making. Before we dive in, I want to share something with both of you. I was hoping it was going to be ready tonight, but to celebrate. But I commissioned an artist to create a sketch in honor of your 100th episode. And it's going to be done later this week, and I'm going to send it to both of you just in honor. It's my gift to you for having me on the show so much and to celebrate this amazing milestone that the two of you have completed and all the impact that you have done on so many lives. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Hal. That's so
You're welcome.
kind.
You're welcome.
And we're going to get your jacket soon. Don't worry. We're going to get your jacket.
Eventually.
Michael Embry says, hello, Hal.
What's up, Michael?
Wow, that's beautiful, Hal. That's such, here we are in our 100th episode. We're just wanted everybody to come together, right? Be together, share, anything that they wanted to say. I kind of just put this out, from all of us, which basically says just thank you. Thank you so much to all our guests and to our viewers. This is for you. We created this platform for an opportunity, yes, to have your voices, what things that matter to you, that Raquel, myself, Hal, and everybody else has heard in communities, here personally and professionally. And we just get the honor and the blessing to be able to do this. So this is for all of you. And, it's amazing. And yes, thank you, Raquel. Thank you for being the one that creates this vision a couple of years ago. And when she had her own show, and when it came back on that she was doing it again, I just jumped in. 100 episodes in a row.
And I don't think we can take this lightly, because when you look around us and you see what's happening in the world today, and everybody's in this reactionary mode, it's these pockets of community that keeps that light alive inside of us. We need these communities. We need these conversations. We need to be leaning on each other as we move forward and follow our dreams and build a vision for the future of humanity. So you're doing your part, so thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, let's jump in, man. What you got, sis? You're always the queen of the questions. Queen of the questions. What you got for Hal tonight? What you got?
Where we going? I have no clue.
Now, here we go. So behind the scenes and backstage, when we mentioned Hal's new book, he said, "Oh, it fits right in with what you guys are talking about this month. And we're talking about her health, her way." So I found it interesting that Whispers in the Rain, written by a man, is going to tell us about her health, her way. So I am excited to hear what Hal has to share with us about Whispers in the Rain. Let me tell you, before you even begin, this title puts me at ease. I can literally use my senses to hear the rain. I can smell the fresh falling rain, and I am just so relaxed. I only got 2 senses. Don't worry about the rest, y'all. I can't taste it because I'm not going outside. I'm not doing none of that. But it's just such a relaxing title. I literally can hear the raindrops and smell the fresh dew. Not in the morning sun because it's evening here, but I want to know about this Whispers in the Rain, and definitely her health, her way. Make the connection for me, Hal. You got this.
How's that song go? Who runs the world, girls?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm no dummy. Like that's rule number 1 now. So I think Whispers in the Rain was something that was really born out of my own healing journey. And and when I think about our healing journey, we're all going through stuff, whether we're male, female, no matter how you identify. And Whispers in the Rain was born out of this internal search, right? And the subtitle of it is 48 lessons, a roadmap to love and enlightenment. So when we're looking toward healing and being the best versions of ourselves, I really think it comes down to the soul contracts that we have within ourselves, and to get back to like who we are, again, male, female, or however you identify. I think it comes down to like pulling the layers apart, looking where you're at, looking where you were, how you're growing, and how you're working with those shadows, and how you're interpreting it, and who, what you're surrendering to, and what you're becoming, because we're all becoming something, right? We're all on this journey together, and I think that's the essence of Whispers in the Rain. And it's 48 lessons, but it's built within a spiritual tale. So the reader will go on a journey, with me, at unraveling and facing darkness. It's no secret, it's out there that I've had my own health struggles, and at the core of those health struggles, at the root of them, I think has been some really deep spiritual and emotional things that I needed to work on. So that's part of that journey. It's like coming into that confrontation, and what did it look like to face that? So I'm actually really, really proud of it. I'm getting some feedback. And I'm just going to throw this one last thing in, Raquel. There's a lot I could talk about with this book, but I love when you said that you could hear the rain and you can feel it. One of the things I'm doing something much different with this book. I'm working with this great publishing company. Shout out to Lucky Book Publishing. They've been so great. We're going to do a couple of things with this book. Everybody on this show who sends me their email address, whether they're listening now or during the week, is going to get an advanced copy of this book at cost. And you're going to get 4 free meditation downloads based on the characters that you meet in the book. So there's going to be meditation downloads that take you through part of this lesson on your journey to healing. So I'm hoping that it will like support your community as well.
Wow.
Wow, right?
I am not going to harass you anymore, Hal. That was it. That was the last one. I'm done. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That is really and truly a very kind of you.
This is crazy, guys.
Yeah.
As you are talking, literally it started to thunder in the background and now it's raining. And it's just like, and it's, this moment of very light thunder. And then I'm like, what is that? Right? Like, what is that? And so I'm literally living whispers in the rain because it's not loud. It's not loud thunder. It's not loud. It's just, I can hear the cars go by. You can hear the rain lightly coming. That's awesome. Wow. Michael Embry's already in this, Hal. Michael
is not playing.
Michael's like, want the book, want the downloads. Michael Embry at live.com.
We will send you, we'll get all the emails and send them to you, Hal.
Yes. Awesome. Everybody, here's the deal. Here's where I'm going to make it easy, right? If you want Hal's new book, right? I'm going to write this out. New book, Whispers in the Rain.
Send it to us in an email.
Yeah.
Email us.
Just email us at info@riseandthrive.com. You can say hashtag replay 100th episode or watched it live and just say, hey, want Hal's book and the meditations. Yes, Sharon Glidden, I see it. And I love that everybody is writing it. Info, ready? If you want the book, all the people that are watching, write to info@riseandthrivetogether.com right now. As you're listening, open up your email and say, hey, it's Sharon. Here's my email address. Want Hal's new book. Want the meditations. Michael Embry, do the same thing. Because it'll take me a hot minute and Raquel a hot minute to get in there. So Sharon and Michael, whoop, whoop, and, get on there. Info at Rise and Thrive. If you want the book, then that is generous. Hal, that is super.
I've got your photo. I took photos of their email, Michael and Sharon. But everyone else, please send it to us via email, okay? In order to get your book. Hal, I don't have to give you my email, right?
No, I have your email. You're in. And the idea behind this book is really just to service humanity, right? To me, it's not about making money. That's why we're going to do all these freebies along with it and everything, because we want everybody to be the best versions of themselves.
I love it.
Now, what I like, you said, I wrote it down. This book is about pulling the layers apart and looking at who you were, who you are, and who you're becoming together. And my phone just recorded some other stuff that I didn't even say, so don't mind that. I was like, who is .com right now? Anyway, that was so incredible because Hal is speaking to, and what I'm getting is he's speaking to your past. He's speaking about who you are now. And he is supporting, empowering, encouraging, inspiring, motivating us to speak to the person that we are becoming.
Yes.
So you look back because you learned from your past, right? But your past, you don't want to travel with it. You're just looking back. And you're living in your present now. But how amazing is it that in my present, I'm creating and building the person I want to become. I absolutely love that.
Me too.
And the truth of the matter is, it's all beautiful. A lot of times, because I think we're conditioned as human beings to be reactionary and feel the pain of the past, we don't get into the habit of seeing the beauty of those moments, and that they were actually blessings in disguise, or or sometimes I like to call it boot camp, training, to learning like who you are and then being present. And at the same time, balancing like how you're moving forward into who you're becoming. It's all beautiful. And at the end of the day, I truly believe, and this is, I think, the main lesson in Whispers, is it comes back to love. It comes back to loving yourself, loving who you are, and then loving each other. And there's no doubt we need more of that today, in this world around us.
Beautiful. I have a question for you, Hal, because
Sure.
We get to have lots of conversations behind the scenes, and I love, sis, what you said. There's the past, right, and then there's who we are right now, and then how we are, creating where we're becoming. And you and I have had some really interesting conversations around, curious of, is there really any difference? Like, is there really any difference of past? Like, we kind of box it, right? Like in this story, here's the past, present, future. So I'm curious, from your work and inside of this, did you see any difference?
There's a whole lesson in these 48 lessons that really talks about time and how time is an illusion, right? And this can get like really, really deep. So I mean, to simply answer your question is no. I don't think there's a difference. I think we come here with a purpose. I think we forget what that purpose is, and our journey is to discover or remember, who we are, and then in remembering who we are, that's actually how the universe expands. Because the more that we remember who we are, the more that we all stand in our power and we stand in our love, then the more that we support each other, and energetically that pushes a positive energy forward.
So I've got to ask the question, Hal. Sorry, sis. How do we remember who we are? Like, how do we do that? If I've never heard of it, this is my first time. How do I do it?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think the path is different for everyone, right? I don't think there's a black and white answer, like, step 1, step 2, step 3. Though the book is laid out in 48 lessons, it's definitely not linear, right? Life is more of a spiral, right? And we're all in a different path. I think the first step is, and I actually was speaking to the publishing company yesterday about this, because we were working on some of the marketing material, and it's like, I was thinking about the ideal client for this book, right? And one of the things that came up for me is that I talked to so many people that are like, I just know inside there's another answer. I don't know what that answer is, right? I know there's got to be a better way, or a better version, or a better path, and I think we just don't know. I think many of us think that it's like, is this really what everything in life, like everything around me, or there's got to be more, right? How do I attract more money, more love, more wealth, more, how do I get to be who I truly want to be? You feel it, but you can't put the language in it. I think that's truly step 1, right? And then it's just the recognizing it, putting the intention out in the universe, and then just being aware. So everybody who's on this call today, for example, who if there's something I'm saying that resonates with them, they might be like, all right, maybe I should get this book. Maybe I should read this book because I know there's something there. So, it's following that intuition, really, like, instead of reacting, when you notice yourself reacting to everything external, listen to what's happening inside. Listen to what your soul is saying. I need to go to the library. I need to grab that book. I need to watch this YouTube video. I need to just sit and think and meditate. I think that's the path, and that's where it's different for everyone, because we're all on the same path, but we're all in different places on that journey.
Wow. Chrissy's like, that's me. Chrissy's like, right in. She's like, that's me right there. Gotcha,
I love Chrissy. Hi, Chrissy.
Hey, Chris. Yeah.
Chrissy, make sure you send us your email address to info@riseandthrivetogether.com to receive Hal's new book, Whispers in the Rain. He is gifting it to folks on tonight. And I'll limit it to tonight. Can I do that, Hal?
Sure.
Okay. But tonight, get us your email. You know, Hal's a
Awesome.
busy man. She
Yeah.
said, hey.
She's like, hey, I will. She's writing it in. She's like, hey, and then she's like, I will. Like she's in. Awesome. Sounds like me too. Everybody's, and I'm like, it's popping. My phone is popping, guys, left and right. So I know you're doing it because quietly it's over here. And I'm like, I really love what you said about the intuition. Here's a really interesting question because, again, we know each other well and we all are dealing with what we're dealing with. Life is lifing, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes based on human being and these feelings can become intense and we can be reactionary. So my husband Josh and I were out this weekend, and one of the conversations, is what's showing up with everybody, like between him and I, we were having this conversation of like when your intuition tells you to slow down, right? So in the world of wellness, so we're gonna, even though we're in her health, her way, and we kind of shifted that to wellness this last week, right? Like wealth and health, right? When it becomes like the intuition is like slow down and you got a job, right? He's an entrepreneur. All of these things are happening. You're dealing with some medical issues, right? And you're in school and you're got the nonprofit, all of that. And your intuition's like, shh, meditate, right? So there was this kind of question of, can you have it all, right? When it's like that conversation of slowing down, when you've got all these things on your plate. Anything you want to kind of share with people? And I'm clear, we all can raise our hands, and anybody else out there listening, when it just becomes the chatter and the to-do list is so much. We've talked about it before, but inside of what you're experiencing inside of your book, what are some of the lessons or things you might want to say to the
great
audience?
question. I think the first notion is to answer the first part of that question is like, let's start here. You can 100% have it all. Like, and I'm just coming to learn that in this journey, right? And even when I say that, part of that lesson is the shadows come up and want to like, well, can you really have it all? So you got to kind of build that muscle. So 100% you can have it all. And what all is for me is different than what all is for you, right? So that's the first part of that answering that question. The second part of that with listening to your intuition, I'm guilty of this, and I know many of us are guilty of this. First of all, I don't call it a to-do list anymore. I call it a creation list because, every day it's like, what do I want to create in the world? So to-do feels negative, like, I can't get to it. I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to do it. So now I'm like, oh, what do I get to create? So I have this creation list, and the creation list probably has a good, I try to limit it to 10 to 20 things a day. So, you're talking about 50, 60 things a week with projects and stuff. So that stress can build, right? And, and you get into that old muscle memory of like, I got to do, and then you get like exhausted. You get mentally drained, and you're pushing through, and you're getting sick, and you're not listening to your body, and that intuition kicks in, and you're like, you want to fight that intuition, and you're like, no, like I gotta go, I gotta make money, I've got to pay the bills, right? How many times have you taken, or you've fallen asleep on the couch when you're stressed out for like an hour, and you wake up, and then you're like, you feel fresh, and all of a sudden you have a good idea. It's like the universe says, like, we're so conditioned that we want to go, 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 go. But if you listen to that intuition and you just rest, then all of a sudden you have more energy, you'll get more things done, you'll be able to think clearer, you might even come up with a different strategy or a different an idea. I become a real firm believer in resting the mind. I'm also a firm believer that we're stuck in here all the time. We're stuck in our mind, and there's three languages in the body. There's the mind chatter, and then there's the heart language, which I think, really controls everything, but we don't tap into. And then there's our soul language, the conversations that we have with our soul to talk about how to take care of ourselves so that we can then take that love and then put it out into the world. But we're stuck up here, in the heart and the soul. That's where that intuition is coming from, saying, hey, time out, listen, take a rest, so that you could hear me clearer. That's my belief. I hope that answered your question.
It did, and it answered it so well. My whole background just dropped.
It's like, instead of dropping the mic, you dropped the background. Hal, stop it. Creating your own stuff around here.
It was good.
But
Susan
makes a good point. She said, while you deal with your background, having it all is not about having things. Focus on who you're being in life, what's really important to you. And Susan, we were on the same wavelength without knowing it, because I wanted Hal to kind of narrow down having it all, because people are like, I want everything, I want it all. And be mindful of what you're asking for, because if you're asking for it, you're going to get it. Here's the thing I want to throw in, is just the one word: be specific. And you may not know everything, but specificity is the basis for life. If you are not specific and you're just saying, I want everything, I want what's mine, be mindful, because some of the things that are yours may not be as rosy as you think, but they serve a purpose, because even challenges come to make you creative and change your way of thinking for the better. If you understand the purpose of a challenge, you have to understand the purpose of a thing in order not to abuse that thing. So be specific. I love when you said how the 3 parts of the mind is one is mind chatter, because that sucker be chatting up a storm, and I'm like, shut it down, please shut it down, because sometimes my mind just goes everywhere. And what I've started realizing is, when I have a thought that is not in alignment with my purpose, I'm like, I rebuke you, and I say it out loud. Not like if I'm walking the street, I rebuke you, because then people get a little nervous around, these times of day. But I say it out loud. Even if it's, I rebuke you, because I am not giving you any kind of, you're not getting any space. I'm kicking you out. You got your pink slip, eviction notice. But anyway, back to the 3 parts of the mind. Mind chatter. Reg and I talk about that all the time. And Hal just said it. We spend too much time in here. Get the heck out. It's so cluttered. Right? And 2, heart language is another part of the mind, your heart language and soul language. What Hal is saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Hal is saying, get in tune with yourself. Get in touch with who you are. What is your purpose? Get clear. Correct me now if I'm wrong. I saw you inhale.
No, you're not wrong, but you got me so excited, because you said a key word that's so important, and the key word is alignment. The mind, the heart, and the soul all have purpose. The key is getting it all into alignment, and most of us are not in one, because we haven't been taught. We haven't been taught. We're just starting to have these conversations, collectively as a society, as we're searching to better ourselves, right? But it is about aligning those 3 languages, right? And I want to go back to what Susan said, because it's so important. I think it's really, really key that having it all, like Susan said, is not always about things, right? Because you hear those stories about people that have millions of dollars and are miserable, right? It's really about that alignment, that energy, that joy that you have internally with who you are and how you show up, for yourself and then for others, right? Because it comes down to yourself first. You can't do for others and be happy externally if you're not happy internally first.
That part.
You have to love who you are.
Chrissy's writing a lot. Chrissy's saying that her mind never shows up, Hal. And so here's what I'm getting from Chrissy. Chrissy, great. Joanna's putting in, making a list of things. And she keeps on saying, like, she knows it. So here's like the big stuff, like ontologically, right? Like, here's where the brain is like, yes, I know this. And then boom, there's sabotage, right? So, she's like, so how? And I know, like, listen, Chrissy, we've known each other for a long time, so we're not going to give like the answer. But, you know, in general, she just, you know, is noticing that sabotage. Anything that you want to kind of step into that about?
Yeah, very, very quickly, and this is surface level. You know, I did a lot of self-development work. I did a lot of work with, there's a great company up in Toronto called the Passion Center that really helps clients dive in, and that's where I learned a lot of this work. You know, our brains are programmed. You know, we're programmed from a really, really young age, right? So like intellectually, we do know these things, right? But it's kind of like how I like to explain it. It's like, this is going to sound really, really weird, but I really like this analogy. When you go on Google Docs, right, you know, and you type, like it automatically saves. You don't know how it saves. It's just there, right? It's kind of like how your brain works. It's kind of like this trap door. It's like you get this information and these messages when you're young, and it's just there. It's like your brain is Google Docs, and it's just always there, you know, until you learn to like dive into that program and figure out what the messages are, you know, how to identify them, and how to work with them and rewire them. And that kind of goes back to what Raquel was saying before. It's like, you know, how do I go on this journey? You know, and I was sharing it's different for everyone. Chrissy, like part of that is like, it's so beautiful that you recognize that you're sabotaging yourself, but it's also beautiful to recognize that you know this intellectually. Now you can sit with and go, okay, what do I do with this, and how do I transcend it? Right? You're clear that there's a block, right? You know, so how do you now get unblocked, right? And there is a way to get unblocked, right? Because if there wasn't, we wouldn't be having this experience. And you're having this experience so that you can get unblocked, so that you can be the better version of yourself. You can't know light unless you know dark, right? You know, we're all hitting a wall. And like we said earlier, the wall is the blessing, right? See it as the blessing, and then put it out into the universe. Like, how do I get through this wall? And you will find your answer, like right now in this show.
Yeah. And like you said, Hal, you know, at the end of the day, we're not a, you know, hey, we're giving you the answer. Each one of us has literally, you know, have been through a lot of work, personal growth and development work and we are continuing to do that. I'm really excited to share a little bit of someone who's first time is Jessica Powers, someone who I've met and is a wonderful human being. She kind of gave her perspective here. She's like, hey, so good knowing the purpose for the experiences, knowing the purpose of the experiences we are in, and also taking ownership of what we are participating in, you know, in the posture and awareness of what we are being positioned for is so invaluable. Creativity is key to adapt and innovate. So she's just jumping into deep stuff. She's an amazing relationship architect and an amazing human being. Some real deep stuff. Jessica, I love it. Again, love to have you on, you know, to get into that. But there's a lot in there, right? There's a lot in there. And that's what we're talking about, Chrissy. Someone like, you know, Jessica, like all of us have gone through this journey. So I love it. You know, Sharon's asking, how do I get through this wall?
I want to jump in for 1 second and acknowledge Chrissy for not blaming other people around her, her situation, her circumstances, but she took responsibility and she acknowledged it. She said, but I know this, but I self-sabotage. That is so important. And Chrissy, you are ahead of the game.
Yes.
Let me let you know, because you acknowledged it. That means you took responsibility. And furthermore, you said, I self-sabotage. It's so easy to point the blame and say, well, you know, it was Hal's fault because Hal should have, Regina, none of that. You said, I self-sabotage. You're ahead of the game. The rest is what Hal said. You got to sit and you know you. There's no formula that we can actually give you because each individual is different. You've gotten the first step out of the way, and that is the most difficult step, to take ownership and responsibility. So congratulations to you, Chrissy.
Chrissy's right here. She goes, I know it's me, LOL. I know. She's like, you know, Sharon's like, me too. I just want to take a moment now for an acknowledgement for you, because Johnny Regan is writing in, Hal, you're such a blessing to the world. He can listen to you for hours. It's why
Aw.
Johnny, he's been on our show 6 times.
Only 6.
Only
I
6.
thought it was 7. No.
6 out of 100 episodes.
I feel the same
Absolutely,
about you, Johnny.
absolutely.
I want to go back for a second. Regina, did you say that Sharon asked how to break through that wall? Is that what you
Yes,
said?
so yes, because she's just
I
like,
just
how do
want
I
to
get through this wall? How do I get through it?
I just want to call her out for a second because she's not giving herself enough credit. I see her every day on social media chipping that wall away and breaking through. So I think it's really important. I think I said this also on your on the last appearance. We need to celebrate ourselves and notice those moments. And Sharon does that every day on sharing her story and what she's been to. She's been an inspiration for me during my journey as well. So she's breaking through that wall. So I just felt like I needed to shout that out for a second. Keep doing
See,
what you're
look
doing.
at this. Look at these breakthroughs that you guys are having. Chrissy, you are ahead of the game. Sharon, you don't need to ask, how do I break through? You are doing it. You are living it. You are breaking that wall down and showing others how to do it. Don't sell yourself short. We do that all too often, and we need to get in the habit of not doing it. So let's stop.
And there you go. And like, here's Chrissy. Like, this is the whole point of Rise and Thrive Together. Chrissy writes in, Sharon, we can break down walls together. I think this is really like a super beautiful moment, like you were saying, Hal, that, you know, we don't take time to celebrate because, again, it's the mind. I love the Google Docs thing when you were like saying, like, you know, hey, save is in there, right? So look, like, I know computers. Like, save is in there because guess what? It was programmed that way.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who made Excel spreadsheets, somebody who made computer, it was all programmed. So let's get real straight, guys. Our mind is a program. It is literally programmed. Each and every one of us has the same program. Our experiences are the things that makes the programming a little bit different, right? Different experiences. But interesting enough, you know, hey, at the end of the day, if you're going to go around and ask people my favorite question, right? My favorite question is, have you ever felt stuck, not enough, not doing enough, not making enough? How, why, when, you know, like all of those things, like you yourself, not blaming others, but you yourself saying that. Welcome to the same programming. We're a human being with this programmed brain of ours that just takes in information and it's just doing its job, and then it's just making up things to make it make sense. But we get stuck with the like piece of it to go, you know, trying to make, like, we're like almost outside being like, but this makes no sense. But the fact is, it's just the brain doing what the brain's doing. And I love going back to what you're saying, Hal, from, you know, Whispers in the Rain, which is it's past experiences, you know, all of those things that come up with some way of when I react and I get triggered and I get upset or whatever. And that can, like Raquel said, be carried now. And if I don't really start unwiring and really looking at those little hidden things, it's going to continue. So if you're in that, what I say to everybody, and I'm not saying this is easy, but when you're in that, like, I'm hitting a wall. Chrissy, thank you. Sharon, I'm hitting a wall. Number one, awareness. Amazing. Then number two is working with yourself and with somebody or in a community. Hello, we've got the Rise and Thrive Together community, guys. You're in that community. Go and ask these questions. You've got 3 of us, Susan as well, brilliant, of start, you know, looking at that. So how would a beginner start to work on programming? I know that's a loaded question. Give me one. Chrissy, on point today. Boom. On point.
All right, Hal, take it. It's your show.
Your show, yeah. So, what's a small actionable step, Hal, to unprogram?
Oh my God, this is such a loaded question. You know, well, listen, you know, here's the truth of the matter is, you know, programming is you know, we're talking about the human brain, right? And we're talking about a muscle. We're talking about some really deeply ingrained things, right? You know, things that these experiences that we have, and we have hundreds of thousands of experiences, right? You know, and you know, if you take one of those experiences and you kind of walk through the process, right? There's a whole process that you kind of walk through, right? Where you can actually visualize and see, you know, the how the lessons of that experience, you know, taught you, trained you, gave you those messages, and then future things in your life that those messages cause to happen, right? You know, I'll give you an example. You know, very cheesy example, right? You know, you're on the playground in kindergarten, and you know, the kids beat you up, and they tell you, you know, that you're a horrible person, right? They're calling you names and everything, right? So you get this message that, you know, your brain says, I'm not a good person, or I don't fit in this world, right? And then that shows up many times in your life, in many examples, and your life gets all confusing and everything, and you're programmed. So there's a bunch of things in there and parts of your brain that are operating and working on those things, right? You know, so the first thing you have to do is kind of recognize that, right? And there's a whole system and a whole process to that. If you're actually seriously interested in learning that, in that process, reach out to me. I will connect you to the people that taught me. And somebody said neuroplasticity. That whoever said that, I just saw that pop up. Chrissy, 100%. Yes, that's a big piece of it, right? And it's a muscle, right? So like I learned a ton of stuff in the self-development work that I did in this area. And I'm giving you a quick brushstroke because like this could be a master class just answering that. It could be, you know,
we've done little ones. Yep.
But you know, even learning this was like, you know, a 20-week course, and then lots of homework and lots of, you know, self, you know, development work, right? And then I got these tools, right? And going through that process, I learned these tools. And then life continues to happen. It's like when you go to the gym. When you go to the gym to work out, you know, you build muscles, right? If you stop going to the gym, what happens? You lose those muscles, right? It's the same thing with this work. You know, it's not like, you know, like how do I get through the block? And I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to give you a 30-second answer, and you're going to be like, oh, cool. Hal was awesome. I got it. You know, no, you got to keep going to that gym of positivity, of self-development, of working that muscle. I have very specific spiritual people that I do work every day, and I look at specific people's teachings and videos, you know. And one of the things that this spiritual person said, that it's so important to feed your mind with whatever messages you want to get every day. So I go at least once a day, I have to watch a spiritual video so that I continue to, it's me going to the gym. It's my spirituality gym, you know, so that I can keep that energy really present in who I am. Because if I stop studying it, I'm going to lose those messages. I haven't worked on the self-development program that I'm quoting now. I haven't worked in that program, you know, I haven't been in one of those classes in 2 years, but I have all my training books, you know, that I refer to often because I'm like, I'm stuck. I need to get unblocked here. I need to go back to those lessons, and I need to work out that muscle because I haven't been going to the gym, right? So it's a practice. It actually comes down to a way of being. You know, if you truly want to make a difference and get unblocked, you have to commit to yourself. You have to have the intention to say, I want to figure this out. I want to be the best version of me. I know I have light in myself. I know I want to share that light with the world, and I got to start with me first. And that's the honest truth.
And that's your first actionable step. So Hal,
yes,
leave us with one. You left us with so many nuggets, and I always ask you this as we get ready to wrap up. what is one thing you want to leave our audience with as we continue this journey through purging and deprogramming and reprogramming? What's one thing you want to leave our audience with?
I feel like I dropped so much. You know, I
And I
feel
want
like
more.
so demanding. No, I guess after 100 episodes, you can be demanding, right?
Yes, she can.
Thank you.
You know, I think it's this, you know, and every time somebody asks me this question on a podcast or a show, I feel like I give a similar answer. I think because it's so deeply ingrained in me and it's really what drives me is I really, really, truly believe that deep inside every single one of us, we we have a gift to offer the world, you know, and that, you know, um, you know, that gift is our individual passion, and passion isn't something you find; it's something you activate. It's an energy inside you that you activate, and that's the light of the world, right? You know that you matter, like you matter. Who you are matters, um, and just recognizing that makes the world a better place. Just think about it. If every person on this planet actually took a step back and said, I matter and I want to share my light, and I want to figure out what my gift is, and I want to add that to humanity, well, that would erase 99% of the problems that we're having in society. And that actually reminds me, the last nugget I want to drop is, let's stop listening to the noise. Like, there's so much noise out there, and everybody's jumping in and uh, adding to the noise with their own noise, and everybody's in this reactionary mode, you know, and in this noise there's just so much happening, and we can't figure it all out, and we don't need to figure it all out. We need to take a step back, and we need to start with ourselves and love yourselves, and everything will be okay. If we all start doing that, we will figure it out. So I think that's what I want to leave everybody with.
Wow, I absolutely love that. Remember this. He said we have, right? That's so amazing, right?
It is.
We have a gift to offer the world. Every single one of us. And there are times where you may not feel like you have anything to give. But Sharon just wrote something so profound. It's crazy how you find your gift through illness. That's how she found hers. That's not everybody's path. Some people find it through being homeless. We had Cornell, right, sis?
Yep.
He was homeless. Like, we've had some amazing people on here who have different stories as to how they found themselves, but they have a gift, and that gift needed to come out. And that's just the way that for me, God saw fit to bring you down, bring you calm, still. And sometimes we think we're all up here, and sometimes God has got to bring you down a couple of pegs just to get your attention, so that you pay attention to something other than the superficial stuff. But every single one of you on this call, listening to the replay, I don't care if you're listening from Mars, you have a gift to offer the world.
We do.
Just take the time to find out what that gift is. We can't tell you that. We each have our own individual gifts. Spend time with yourself. Figure that out. You will, I promise
That's
you.
when he's ready. He's like, I got one
Go,
more.
Hal. One more thing, Hal.
I'm sorry, I have to say this because Sharon put up this message, and I just want to comment on it, you know, and she said it was amazing that she's finding her gift through her illness. I want to bring that back around to our conversation before about alignment and the three languages. You know, illness to me, we create this definition in society of what illness is because we're used to a society keeping like a sick culture, right? You know, we keeping us sick, right? Illness to me is blocked energy. Illness to me is not being in alignment and listening to those messages. So what Sharon's doing right now, what I'm doing with my health now, and it's not easy because we're working on it. It takes every day. You know, it's getting ourselves into alignment. It's getting that mind, that heart, that soul into alignment. And the closer we get into alignment, then the illness goes away. The illness becomes wellness, and the wellness then becomes the gift, because then you become an example of not just healing yourself, but showing others what's possible in their lives. And that's the most beautiful gift that you can give to humanity. So yeah.
No,
So
I got
thank
big,
you.
I got big yes, yes. Oh, she's writing yes, 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 yes. Johnny's giving like claps, claps,
What
claps, claps.
what we want y'all to do is go out there and be the gift to the world. Go out there and share your gift. Don't be embarrassed, ashamed, or think, hey, no one's going to listen to me. Let's not do that. We all know that's called imposter syndrome, and that's the mind chatter. And we can throw all these words at you. What I want you to focus on is go out there and be the gift that you were supposed to be to the world. Sis, anything before we wrap up?
Yeah, you know what I'm going to say about that? Susan's going, love that. You know, when you say go out and be the gift to the world, I put that out there. Here's the deal for anybody who's still kind of stuck in that conversation about purpose and what is that? Just you being you. That's it. When you finally get just you being alive and breathing and being present right here in your own life every day. I don't care if you're by yourself or who you have with you. That is a gift. And when you get into gratitude, right? Thank you, Chrissy. I tell everyone I'm a gift. There you go. Break through that wall right by that. That is a mantra every single day. Every single day. I am a gift because we are born and we are here, and that is a gift. So no matter what you're going through, and there are people going through their things, like all of us, I get to every day wake up and say, thank you. So I love that I'm a gift. That's what I'm going to change my mantra to. Literally going to take that on my phone. Every morning I have something, I'm adding that, and that's going to go up throughout the day. You are a gift. So if you want to know how to change stuff, just keep on saying that you're a gift. You are.
Absolutely. This was so beautiful. Hal, thank you so much for joining us here and being our guest for our 100th episode. To all of our peeps, our family who stopped in and gave us a shout out, we appreciate you. And if you wanted to shout us out, you still can, just not now on this show. However, you can Facebook, and we appreciate all of you. Thank you all so much for your support, your love, your words of encouragement when we needed it. And thank you for being a part of our Rise and Thrive Together community. We really and truly do not take it for granted. Trust and believe us, we don't. We absolutely want to share who we are with you. We are sharing our gift, and we want you to share yours as well. Okay? Can we all do that starting now, not tomorrow? I'm not a tomorrow person because tomorrow doesn't exist. Tomorrow is still today. So we want you to start right here, right now. Hal, thank you so much again for your kindness of giving us an advanced copy of your book. We truly appreciate you. I hope you have my right address so that I can get my my artwork, please. And thank you, sir. Appreciate you. You know, Reg, it's been an amazing ride. I'm looking forward to celebrating our 2-year anniversary in May. And yes, Hal, you can come back on for that. Okay, I knew you were thinking it. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for staying on with us. We know that we went over, but you know what? This was absolutely important because it touched someone. And that's the purpose of why we're here. Okay? Remember, together, we can rise and thrive. Till next time.
Happy 100.
Thank
Thank you.
you.